Welcome back in here on Hog Heaven. Tim Costello joined with Jeff Gandy from the Arlington Career Institute. Jeff, we appreciate you coming out and joining us here today.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate that.
You guys are really doing some cool stuff over at the Career Institute over there. We were talking a little bit beforehand about some of the cool trades that you guys are offering right now, court reporting, HVAC. How did this all come about, and can you talk a little bit about the idea of a trade school or a different type of school that you guys have where it's not that four-year university, it's let's get you a job and let's get you working?
I think it started out as Arlington court reporting years ago with John Vecchio, the owner. His mom kind of started the program, I believe, and obviously it's been going since about '82, doing extremely well. We've expanded into other areas, medical assisting, medical office specialist, certified nurse's aide. Even we started a new heating, air conditioning, HVAC program about 5 months ago. We're just trying to, for those students that aren't going to four-year or two-year school, giving them an option that they can learn a skill, be very good at it, get a job, and get paid for that particular skill.
Absolutely. And when you look at kind of the state of our country right now, so a lot of these younger kids are going to four-year universities, and now we're at the point where we're going to have a shortage of skilled workers in the United States within the next 5 or 6 years, really. Right now, we already have a 3 million skilled craftsman worker on the construction side of things. How much do you see a trend coming of maybe some of these younger kids are buying in a little bit sooner on realizing I can be in debt 150 grand after 4 years, or I can be making 100 grand a year after 4 years?
So that's a good point, and that's what we look at. The court reporting is kind of where we started, so we do a lot of things in that area. And right now there's a 5,500 person shortage, basically, and that's in the United States, obviously. I think in Texas it's about 800. I work with the Court Reporters Association around here, and they're always looking for more court reporters. So there's a huge need for that, as well as some other areas of certified nurse's aide, everything in all kinds of realms that the trades really are needed by the students these days.
And one of the things you mentioned, HVAC. Here in the state of Texas, come June, July, you can pretty much charge whatever you want to get your AC fixed. And
That's
people,
true.
when it's 110 degrees, they'll probably pay whatever you're charging to get that AC fixed. So when you get that, apprentice card as an HVAC guy, you work your way up to a journeyman, you can get there by 22, 23 years old if you put the hours in. And then you can have a very successful living at 23, as opposed to some of those guys getting that first entry-level job out of college at $30,000, and you're significantly in debt at the same time.
Well, that's a very good point. The point is, too, like at Arlington Career Institute, we have a heating and air conditioning program. It only takes 7 weeks. You come out with 6 certifications, you come out with tools, you come out with all the knowledge to actually work in that particular area, whether you're fixing something or replacing something. You also do sales skills, so that you learn how to do that as well. So we have a lot of training that goes into place that makes that student very employable.
One of the things we talked about, you haven't exactly been with ACI too terribly long, but you clearly are very passionate about what the organization is doing. How did you get involved, and what made you realize this is a great place for me to be?
Well, I was used to be in publishing, and I used to call on them from a publisher's point of view and work with them on what they wanted to do. And I've known the Vecchios for a long time, and I just always liked the way they ran things. They ran things very efficiently. They created an environment where the students were trained, then they were placed in the right place. That's something you don't always get at a 4-year or 2-year market, where they actually will place you in a job. That's one of the things that ACI does, and they do a very good job of that.
They really do, and it's just so important that when you already have that certification and you can go right into work versus, I don't know how many people have law degrees or MBAs right now that are waiting tables because the jobs just aren't out there right now.
Well, nowadays it seems like certification means that you actually can do that skill. And that's what we try to emphasize. We train them, we give them the certification or certifications if there's more than one. And then when we offer them up to the employers, they find that, okay, I know they can do it because I've gotten people from them before, so we're going to put them in there. We're going to pay them very good money, and it's a win-win for everybody all the way around.
One of the things we had talked about earlier as well was you're getting out there and you're interacting with a lot of these high school students right now.
Right.
What kind of stuff are you guys doing to show some of these students, hey, there's some great options out here. You can put money in your pocket right away when you graduate high school and set yourself up down the road when you're going out and talking to some of these kids?
Well, obviously, we talk about it and we show them and we give them some data and stuff, the labor statistics that we saw recently, mentioned the 5,500 personnel that they need for the court reporters, but there's thousands for medical assisting, thousands for medical office specialist, certified nurses aide. I work with a lot of the hospitals and the assisted living, and the certified nurses aide is just, they don't have enough of them. We graduate 20, 30 of them every 5-6 weeks, and they're all gone. You know, they're all picked up, and that's great for us because we train them in a skill and they get placed. So that's a win-win all the way across again for us.
I think one of the things that's so hard at 18 years old when you go off to college or a school like yours is you have to decide what you want to do with the rest of your life at 18 years old.
Right.
And that's just such a hard thing to do, especially at a 4-year university where if you change your major, it's going to really mess things up.
True.
How much do you take into it of a lot of these kids aren't necessarily sure what they want to do? Come talk to me. Let's just figure out what the best path for you is, whether it's at my school or not.
Well, we have great counselors that are talking, and they give them real life experiences and expectations. So they'll show them, said, if you want to be a certified nurse's aide, the good position there is it only takes 5 weeks. So you get out, and then I help them find a job, or somebody in the organization helps them find a job. Obviously, court reporting takes a little bit longer, so you really have to find a desire. The thing that I think is most important is you will get trained and certified, as opposed to you come to a university, you get a degree, then good luck, go get your own job. Not always, from stories I've heard, not always landing where you wanted to,
No.
you know, and you still have a lot of college bills to pay.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, if you still might have to get a certification, right? Just
Right.
because you graduate
Right.
with a degree in education, you still got to go get that teacher certification.
You
at the
do
end of
have
the
to
day.
go get another certification. Yeah, that's true. So,
Well, this is really a ton of eye-opening stuff. We really appreciate everything you're telling us here. If someone wanted to get in touch with you specifically, they're liking what they hear, they're like, man, that sounds really interesting. What's the best way to reach out to you and maybe set a time up to come talk and see if ACI is a great place for that?
the best part is probably to go to our website, www.arlingtoncareerinstitute.edu. Sorry, that's long. Or you can just call me at 214-677-7623. Be happy to talk to you or put you in contact with the right person.
Well, Jeff, we appreciate your time here on Hog Heaven. We're going to take a quick break right here. When we come back, we will be back in Hog Heaven. We'll be right back after this.